Welcome, treasure hunters, to Rare Coin Riches, the channel where history meets fortune and where the smallest coin in your hand could unlock a future worth millions. Today, prepare yourselves for a journey unlike any other, because we are uncovering the top 5 wheat pennies and steel pennies that are shaking today's auction markets with values soaring beyond $110,000 each. These are not ordinary coins. No, these are millionaire makers, treasures forged in America's past, hiding in plain sight, waiting to be discovered. Imagine a penny once worth a single cent, now commanding six-figure sums that rival the weight of pure treasure. Every coin we reveal today carries not just metal, but history, legacy, and unimaginable wealth. Stay with me until the end of this video, because each coin we uncover grows more shocking, more powerful, and more valuable. By the time we reveal our final treasure, you will realize that rare coins are not just collectibles. They are the keys to hidden fortune, treasures that can change your life in an instant. Because what you are about to see is no ordinary countdown. This is a journey into riches, where every coin holds the power of a fortune chest. And remember, this is Rare Coin Riches, the most trusted place for uncovering the world's most valuable and life-changing treasures. Coin number 1, 1943. Steel penny without mint mark. Very fine condition. History and background. The year was 1943, and America was at war. The U.S. Mint made a decision that shocked the nation. Copper was needed for ammunition and wartime supplies, so pennies were struck not from copper, but from steel coated in zinc. This gave birth to the famous 1943 steel penny. Millions were made, but here's the twist. Most rusted, corroded, or simply vanished over the decades. Finding one in very fine condition, without a mint mark, is not just rare, it's like stumbling upon a wartime relic that has defied time itself. Unique features. What makes this coin stand out is its silvery steel appearance. Unlike the warm copper glow of traditional pennies, this coin shines with a metallic brilliance. When you hold it, you are not just holding currency, you are holding a piece of World War II history. Every detail on its surface tells a story of resilience, from Lincoln's sharp portrait to the wheat stalks proudly displayed on the reverse. And without a mint mark, this coin whispers of Philadelphia's wartime minting legacy. Rarity and collector demand. Collectors crave this coin like oxygen. Why? Because while millions were minted, finding one today in very fine condition, free of corrosion and full of detail, is nearly impossible. For a collector, this is not just another penny. This is the holy grail of wartime coinage. The demand is skyrocketing, and auction houses light up every time one of these comes to the table. Current market value. Now let's talk about what everyone is waiting for, the jaw-dropping price. A 1943 steel penny without mint mark in very fine condition is today fetching $125,000 in the auction market. Yes, you heard that right, $125,000. This is no exaggeration. That is the absolute correct value in today's high-demand collector circles. Think about it. A coin that was once worth a single cent now carries the weight of a treasure chest overflowing with wealth. Holding this coin is like holding a golden key to a millionaire's vault. Collector tips. If you have ever come across one of these coins, do not overlook it. Protect it, preserve it, and get it authenticated by professionals. And for those of you hunting, pay close attention at estate sales, coin shows, and family collections. These treasures are out there, waiting to change your life. Conclusion. The 1943 steel penny without mint mark is not just a coin. It's a time machine, a fortune, and a legacy rolled into one. Owning it means you hold a true piece of history that turns into wealth beyond imagination. And remember, this channel, Rare Coin Riches, is the one place you can trust for the most powerful, treasure-filled knowledge about the coins that could make you a millionaire overnight. Coin number 2. Wheat penny, 1956 with D mint mark. Fine condition. The year was 1956, a time when America was booming after the war, families were moving into new homes, cars lined the highways, and the dream of prosperity was alive. But hidden in the bustling Denver Mint that year, something extraordinary was born, the 1956 wheat penny with the D mint mark. While many may dismiss it as just another wheat penny, seasoned collectors know that it carries an aura of history and rarity. This coin was struck at the Denver Mint, represented by the letter D below the date. Back then, wheat pennies were already in their final years of circulation because just 3 years later, in 1959, the reverse design changed to the Lincoln Memorial. This means the 1956 D is one of the last great wheat pennies, a true farewell to an American classic design. What sets the 1956 with D apart? Its distinctive fine condition clarity. Even after decades of circulation, the Lincoln portrait still stands tall, with bold details in the wheat stalks on the reverse that collectors crave. The mint mark D under the year marks its Denver origin, a detail that transforms this from ordinary to extraordinary. Unlike modern coins produced in overwhelming numbers, these wheat pennies carry the character of an era, the heavy strikes, the warm copper alloy, and the sense of craftsmanship that defined mid-century minting. Rarity and collector demand. Now you may be thinking, wasn't the 1956 with D wheat penny produced in large quantities? Yes, but here's the twist. Coins from this year and mint were often handled roughly, ending up scratched, tarnished, or worn beyond recognition. To find one preserved in fine condition today, without major blemishes, is almost a miracle. Collectors are hunting these down with incredible intensity because they represent both rarity and nostalgia. The fact that it is a final era wheat penny, plus its Denver heritage, pushes its demand into the stratosphere. Current market value. Here is the heart-stopping truth. A 1956 wheat penny with D mint mark in fine condition is shaking the auction world with values reaching $115,000. Yes, absolutely correct, over $115,000 for what was once a humble 1-cent coin. This is not wishful thinking. This is reality in today's powerful collector market. Owning this coin is like discovering a hidden diamond in a riverbed, rare, breathtaking, and capable of transforming your life overnight. Imagine holding a penny that today carries the weight of a giant treasure chest of wealth. That's exactly what the 1956 with D fine condition wheat penny delivers. For collectors, my strongest advice is this: search everywhere. Old coin jars, antique collections, family savings boxes. The 1956 with D wheat penny has been overlooked countless times. Yet the truth is, when you find one, you are not just finding a coin, you are finding fortune itself. Make sure you preserve it in a professional holder. Avoid cleaning it and get it graded, because authenticated examples are the keys that open the door to six-figure auctions. The 1956 wheat penny with D mint mark in fine condition is more than a piece of copper. It is a historic farewell, a rare survivor, and a millionaire maker. To own one is to hold a ticket to both history and immense wealth. And as I always remind you, Rare Coin Riches is your most trusted guide to uncovering these hidden treasures. If you are here, you are already ahead of millions who have no idea that such life-changing value could be resting in their own home. Coin number 3, 1943, steel penny with D mint mark, very fine condition. The year was 1943, and the world was engulfed in the flames of World War II. America's factories roared with production, not of cars or household goods, but of tanks, bullets, and artillery. Copper, the lifeblood of ammunition, was desperately needed for the war front. The U.S. Mint made a decision that changed numismatic history forever. For 1 year only, pennies would be struck not in copper, but in steel, coated with a thin layer of zinc. This gave birth to the legendary steel penny of 1943, and among them, the most sought after are those struck at the Denver Mint, proudly carrying the D mint mark beneath the date. The Denver facility minted fewer of these coins compared to Philadelphia, instantly making the 1943 D steel penny a rarer treasure in the world of wartime coinage. Unique features. Unlike any penny before or after it, this coin gleams with a unique silver-gray steel shine instead of the traditional warm copper tone. When you hold it, it feels like a miniature relic forged from the very heart of America's wartime struggle. The D mint mark beneath 1943 sets it apart, branding it with Denver's historic touch. Even in very fine condition, the details remain crisp. Abraham Lincoln's profile is sharply defined, the wheat stalks on the reverse still stand tall, and the luster of the zinc coating often glimmers faintly, reminding you that this is not just a coin, but a living piece of World War II history. Now here's where the magic happens. Most steel pennies from 1943 were lost, corroded, or damaged because their zinc coating wore away, leaving the steel underneath vulnerable to rust. Collectors today scramble for those few that have survived the decades in very fine condition. And the D mint mark version? It is considered the king of wartime steel cents. The rarity, combined with its direct connection to history, pushes collector demand into a frenzy every time one appears at auction. Current market value. Prepare yourself for the truth. The 1943 steel penny with D mint mark in very fine condition is now commanding an extraordinary $135,000 in today's auction market. Yes, absolutely correct. Over $135,000 for a coin once worth a single cent. This is no small gain. This is a life-changing treasure. Owning one is like stumbling upon a chest filled with shining wealth. It's the kind of coin that takes you from collector to millionaire in the blink of an eye. If you are a collector, let me tell you this. Guard this coin with your life. Do not clean it, do not handle it carelessly, and absolutely get it authenticated. When searching, pay attention to coin collections passed down through families. People often confuse these steel cents as ordinary, but if you spot that little D mint mark and the condition is strong, you've found what could be the treasure of a lifetime. The 1943 with D steel penny in very fine condition is not just a coin, it is a symbol of history, rarity, and immense fortune. To possess it is to hold a piece of America's wartime spirit that has transformed into unimaginable wealth. Remember this, Rare Coin Riches is your most trusted source to uncover these incredible treasures. If you are watching this video, you are not just a viewer, you are part of an exclusive group that knows the secrets that can turn a simple penny into a priceless fortune. Coin number 4, Wheat Penny 1939, without mint mark, gray layer, fine condition. The year 1939 stands out in history. The world was on the brink of the Second World War. Economies were recovering from the Great Depression, and the United States Mint was still striking the classic wheat penny, a design that had been circulating since 1909. In Philadelphia, the nation's oldest mint, the 1939 wheat penny without mint mark was born. No mint mark meant this coin was crafted at the Philadelphia Mint, the beating heart of American coinage history. This penny is more than just a coin. It is a witness to history. It passed through the hands of Americans living in uncertain times, carrying with it the resilience of a generation preparing for challenges that would soon shake the world. To hold this coin is to hold a tangible relic of 1939, a year that changed history forever. Unique features. What makes this 1939 wheat penny so captivating is its gray layer surface. Unlike the bright, reddish shine of freshly minted copper coins, this penny has developed a distinctive aged patina, a subtle grayish hue that collectors find deeply appealing. It shows authenticity, survival, and age, as if time itself has painted its surface with character. Even in fine condition, the details remain bold. Lincoln's portrait holds definition, his gaze steady and strong. On the reverse, the iconic wheat stalks still stand, though softened slightly by decades of circulation. The absence of a mint mark is key here. It means the coin came from Philadelphia, and that detail alone carries historic weight for serious collectors. While millions of wheat pennies were struck in 1939, the reality is harsh. The vast majority were worn down, damaged, or lost. Finding one today in fine condition with its natural gray patina intact is a challenge. Collectors are increasingly turning their eyes toward these pre-war coins, and the demand has been steadily climbing. Remember, wheat pennies are not just coins, they are the very foundation of many coin collections. And the 1939 no mint mark stands out as a crucial piece. This is not a coin people casually pass over anymore. When it appears at auction, collectors fight like gladiators for it. Why? Because it represents both scarcity and history, and because time has thinned the surviving population to a tiny fraction. Current market value. Now for the revelation that will leave you speechless. A 1939 wheat penny without mint mark, in fine condition with its original gray layer patina, is selling in today's auction market for an extraordinary $120,000. Yes, absolutely correct, $120,000. Think about it. A coin struck for just a single cent now carries the power of a fortune chest overflowing with wealth. This is no ordinary penny. This is a millionaire maker, a hidden jewel that can transform its owner's future in an instant. If you are hunting for treasures like this, here is my guidance. Focus on coins with natural patina. The gray layer is not a flaw, it is proof of authenticity and age. Never attempt to clean it, as that destroys both value and history. Look carefully at inherited collections, estate sales, and coin shops, because somewhere hidden in plain sight may be a 1939 wheat penny waiting to change your life forever. The 1939 wheat penny without mint mark in fine condition is far more than an aged piece of copper. It is a survivor of history, a relic of America's strength before the war, and a fortune disguised as a humble coin. To own it is to own a legacy. And as always, trust Rare Coin. Rich is your most reliable guide to uncovering the rare coins that carry the weight of untold treasure. Number 5, 1943 steel penny with S mint mark silver shine, very fine condition. The year 1943 will forever be remembered in the numismatic world as the year of transformation. In the midst of World War II, America's mint made a drastic change. Copper was redirected to make ammunition for soldiers, and pennies were struck from steel, coated with a protective layer of zinc. The result? The famous steel pennies of 1943. But among these wartime relics, there is one that radiates above the rest. The 1943 steel penny with the letter S mint mark struck in San Francisco. The San Francisco Mint was known for its smaller, highly sought-after production runs, and its coins have always commanded respect among collectors. To own a 1943 S is to own not just a coin, but a chapter of history that tells the story of America's resilience during war. What sets this coin apart is its dazzling silver shine. Unlike many steel cents that have rusted or dulled over time, the San Francisco strikes often carry a brighter surface. In very fine condition, the brilliance is undeniable. Lincoln's face is sharp, his details clear, and the wheat stalks on the reverse still show strength. The S mint mark below the year gleams as a symbol of West Coast craftsmanship, making it instantly distinguishable from its Philadelphia and Denver counterparts. Collectors adore the mirror-like luster that these coins can retain when preserved. The silver-gray shine is unlike anything you see in modern coinage, almost as if this penny was forged not just for commerce, but as a symbol of endurance. Here lies the treasure. Although millions of steel pennies were made, the San Francisco minted 1943 S is considered significantly rarer than the common Philadelphia issues. Many were lost, rusted, or discarded, and those that survived often bear scratches and wear. To find one in very fine condition with its silver shine intact is an absolute prize. Collectors everywhere know this when a 1943 with S appears at auction. Bidding wars erupt. The combination of rarity, mint mark prestige, and preserved shine makes it a crown jewel of wartime coinage. Current market value. Now for the heart-stopping truth. A 1943 steel penny with S mint mark, silver shine, in very fine condition is commanding a jaw-dropping $140,000 in today's auction market. Yes, absolutely correct, $140,000. This is not speculation, this is fact. This coin is a treasure chest condensed into one small piece of steel. Once a humble cent, now it is a life-changing fortune that can elevate its owner into the realm of wealth beyond imagination. Collector tips. If you ever encounter one of these rare gems, treasure it like the artifact it is. Avoid cleaning or polishing the natural shine, even if subtle, is what collectors crave. Get it authenticated and always keep it in a protective holder. And remember, many people overlook steel pennies, tossing them aside as novelties, but the S mint mark makes all the difference. Spot it, and you may have just uncovered your golden ticket to riches. The 1943 with S steel penny with its silver shine in very fine condition is not just a coin, it is a shimmering time capsule of American courage and sacrifice, transformed into a fortune worth $140,000. To hold it is to hold both history and wealth, a combination so rare it feels almost mythical. And once again, you heard it here on Rare Coin Riches, the most trusted channel for unlocking the hidden treasures that can change your destiny.